It's super interesting.
In the third issue of The Flash Rebirth, Barry Allen proves once and for all he's the fastest man alive by outracing Superman, who probably then just flew away and was like, "That's adorable, Flash. I'm totally flying."
It's super interesting.
Robbie Amell, who starred as Ronnie Raymond throughout the early seasons of The Flash, is the younger cousin of Stephen Amell, who plays Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow. So there you have it, super nepotism.
It's super interesting.
On The Flash, Barry Allen's father Henry was played by John Wesley Shipp, who played Barry Allen in the 1990s Flash series. Also, John Wesley Shipp is a wonderful serial killer name.
It's super interesting.
If you're like me, it's hard to imagine anyone other than Grant Gustin as the Flash, but also in contention for the role were Matt Barr and James McKay. But they did all right. They landed on other CW shows. They just run a lot slower.
It's super interesting.
In the Arrow Season 1 episode Damaged, Oliver wears a prison shirt with the number 399471 on the pocket. That number is the hex code for the shade of green of his hood. There's a nerdy fact that even nerds don't know.
It's super interesting.
The skyline of Arrow's Starling City is a mixture of shots taken from Frankfurt, Philadelphia, Boston, Tokyo, and Singapore, while its name is a mixture of Starling and City.
It's super interesting.
Arrow introduced Barry Allen, the Flash, during Season 2, which created a launchpad for his own CW show, which takes place in the same universe. So does that make the Arrow like the Flash's mom?
It's super interesting.
Felicity Smoke was only supposed to be on one episode of Arrow. However, her character received such positive reaction they couldn't let her go, which certainly made me happy because I was so sad when Felicity went off the air.
It's super interesting.
Laura Vandervoort played the role of Supergirl on the CW show Smallville. She would later go on to play the role of Indigo on CW Supergirl. I guess it really is a Smallville after all.
It's super interesting.
Stephen Amell, Grant Gustin, and Melissa Benoist were all cast after being the first actor to audition out of thousands. So the lesson is either be first or go home.